Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Have you ever heard the phrase as dead as a dodo? What do you think it means? And why a dodo of all birds? Today, we're going to tell you the full story of this unusual bird, its home, and how it disappeared forever. Stay tuned because by the end, we'll reveal the meaning of the idiom and you'll understand why it became so famous.
Let's start at the beginning. The dodo was a bird that lived on the island of Mauritius in the Indian Ocean. This island is tropical, with lush forests, sandy beaches, and plenty of fruit trees, a perfect place for a bird like the dodo. The dodo was about the size of a large turkey, with a round body, small wings, and a large curved beak. It could not fly, but it didn't need to.
Right, because the dodo had no natural predators on Mauritius. It had lived there for thousands of years, eating fruits, seeds, and small plants. It laid its eggs on the ground, safely, with nothing to hunt them. So the dodo was calm, unafraid, and curious, even toward humans who hadn't arrived yet.
The forests of Mauritius were full of life. Giant trees, colorful flowers, and other birds shared the island with the dodo. Dodos were ground dwellers. They weren't fast runners, but they didn't need to escape predators. They could eat fallen fruits and small plants, and sometimes even small insects. Interestingly, dodos lived in small groups. They were social birds, helping each other find food and protect the nest from minor threats like storms.
Everything changed in the late 1500s. Humans arrived on Mauritius. Sailors were explorers and traders, and they needed food. The dodo was an easy target. It couldn't fly, it was unafraid, and it tasted okay, according to old reports.
But humans weren't the only problem. They brought rats, pigs, monkeys, and dogs. These new animals started eating dodo eggs, which were laid on the ground and even attacked young dodos. The dodo had no defense against these invaders. So, the combination of hunting by humans and predation by introduced animals started to reduce the dodo population rapidly.
Here's the part that is really sad. The dodo was first discovered around 1598. By 1681, less than 100 years later, it was completely gone.
Yes, an entire species disappeared in a single human lifetime. And it was not just the hunting, it was the destruction of habitat too. Humans cut down forests, built settlements, and made the island less safe for the dodo. Step by step, the dodo's food became scarce, nests were destroyed, and populations couldn't survive.
The dodo is now one of the most famous examples of extinction caused by humans. It reminds us of the fragility of nature. Even a bird that had lived safely for thousands of years couldn't survive sudden changes caused by humans.
And that's why the dodo became a symbol, a warning for all species, including humans. If we don't protect our environment, more animals could vanish forever.
Okay, let's go back to the question. What does as dead as a dodo really mean?
It means completely gone, finished, never coming back. Just like the dodo. An idiom born from history, tragedy, and the lesson of extinction.
So, next time you hear someone say something is as dead as a dodo, remember the story behind it. A real bird, a tropical island, and humans who changed everything.
If you enjoyed this episode, like, subscribe, and share. We have more stories where language, history, and nature meet, and each one is fascinating.
Thanks for listening, and see you in the next episode.